Welcome everyone to the show. I'm your host, Don Vic.
Co-host IG.
We in the building. You already know what it is and what it could be. Woo, boys! Today. It's been a while since we've been in the studio, huh? Yeah.
Like been long.
Sounds. Yeah. Seems like forever, guys. Like forever. So just want to congratulate real quick, Amy Barbera for her new single. She just dropped today called "Fly." You guys need to go check it out. It's a great song. And she just posted it up. So show her some love. Big shout out to all the paranormal teams around the world. Big shout out to the Parapost Network with Brian. Thank Brian for having us on that network. We appreciate it. All the paranormal teams that are on that page. So today we got a special guest coming on the show. Okay. Yeah. By the name of Ken Allen. And we'll be talking to him today about a whole lot of things.
About a lot of things that we could talk about. Whatever you guys, any questions or anything about ghosts.
You guys can you guys can interact with us. You know what I mean? And put up the questions that you guys want to ask. And and we get it popping. So we're going to bring Ken Allen to the show. People, viewers, please welcome Ken Allen to the show. Hey, what's going on, Ken?
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
How you doing, baby?
Okay. We're good. Okay. So how you been?
Hey, man, I'm doing so good. If I could jar that shit up and sell it, I'd sell it to you, baby.
We'll buy it. We'll take two of those to go, please. No, very interesting guy. And I want to thank you for coming on the show, giving us your time to come on the show and talk a little bit about what it is that you do.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. I'm honored to be on. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah. I was watching you on, I believe it was Marcus Wells, the Minnesota Spirit page, I believe.
That's right. Right.
Yeah, I was watching and amazing stuff you were saying. So real quick, just kind of tell the viewers exactly what it is that you do.
Okay. So basically, I'm an occultist. I'm a practicing sorcerer. I've been practicing magic in one form or another since I was about 11 years old. My mother's side of the family is what really got me interested, because my mother's side of the family is Sicilian, and they practice Sicilian folk magic, often called strega. However, they didn't call it anything because it was a bit taboo even for them. But I practice chaos magic, evocation, invocation, rune magic. I work with angels, Enochian magic, and demons, Goetia magic. And I even work with the jinn. Matter of fact, I have a jinn spirit that's been with me ever since I was a wee lad, 5-6 years old maybe. And I saw him one time, and I could tell you in great detail what he looked like. So I do work with demons.
Tell us. Okay, go ahead. You do work with demons. That's another thing I want to talk. Go ahead. You work with demons.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
What you want to know, baby?
Tell me, like, how do you work with demons? What is it exactly that you do that you work with them? Do you I don't know, send them checks or what?
No. So basically, that's a good question. Nobody's ever asked me that. What is the primary reason Ken Allen works with demons? The primary reason Ken Allen works with demons is because they possess a hell of a lot of ancient and arcane knowledge, historical knowledge. Wow. Whether you like them or not, it don't make a damn. I mean, whether I like them or not, it don't make a damn. They possess a hell of a lot of arcane knowledge and occult knowledge, and they have taught me things that dude, you wouldn't fucking believe, bro.
Wow. You're not scared to interact with demons?
No. Okay. There's two different, let's put it this way. There's two different dimensions with which you can interact with, summon, conjure, stir, invoke demons.
Okay.
That's what's called, one is called the Goetia. Now, the Goetia is more akin to what King Solomon practiced. King Solomon from the Bible, because King Solomon worked with demons too now, y'all. Okay? You guys know that, right?
We know it today.
If
they don't know, they're gonna learn today.
They're gonna learn today, baby.
King
King Solomon summoned demons to build the temple, the great temple to Jehovah, and he put them to task. But here's the thing: in Goetia, you are forcing the demon to come forth and do your bidding. All right, that's one way.
What do you mean forcing the demon? Like you got him on a headlock? Are you pulling him by the leg? Like, what are you doing to be forcing a demon to do that? Like, how do you do that?
I wish it was that simple. So basically what you're doing is you're using ancient, I don't even want to call it Christian magic, but for lack of a better term, ancient Christian magic to summon the demon and to force it to appear. And then you're threatening it with ancient Hebrew God names, such as Adonai, Elohim, things like that. All right, that's Hebrew.
Just by the sound of that.
Wait, now you taking me to a whole new level here, yes, Ken. Sir, like, yes, I listen to the paranormal investigators, but you're taking it to like a whole new level with this.
Well, there's a difference between me and the paranormal.
Yes, there is.
They study, seek, and look for the paranormal. I am the paranormal.
Ooh. Okay. Do I need to like bath myself before?
No, baby, you're gonna be all right. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You're gonna be fine.
Easy. I don't want no problems, Ken. I don't want no problems.
Oh, you a trip. You ain't gonna have no problems, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at what age did you realize that you wanted to get yourself involved? Was this something while you was growing up that you experienced that got you into the demons and the ghosts and the
actually it was seeing my guardian spirit, which happens to be a jinn. I saw my jinn when I was about 5, maybe 6 years old, and he's been a guardian. Some people have guardian angels, some people have guardian jinn or guardian demons. That's a fact. I happen to have a guardian jinn, and I saw him one time. We lived in South Carolina, a little old bitty town called Kershaw. Okay. And I was in the bathroom, and it's so funny because I remember there being a bottle of shampoo. Do y'all remember, Don Vic, you probably remember, Pert shampoo, P-E-R-T, baby. Anyway.
Yes, Pert shampoo, yep.
Oddly enough, I can remember that. And the demon appeared, or the jinn appeared to me there. And he was short, about the size I was at the time. And he had horns that came from here and went all the way back, like two large cornrows.
Wow.
And it was brown with speckles of gold in it. And his head was huge, massive. But that's really what prompted me to pursue a career in occultism.
So how would you know if it's a demon or a jinn? Like, how would you know that's what you're possessing, or how would you know that?
Oddly enough, I do have this ability to sense the difference between a human spirit, a demon, and a jinn spirit. That's something I get from my mother. Okay. Sicilian. She's very psychic, very powerful. Actually, she's a medium. She won't admit that though, but she's very powerful. Unfortunately, my mother had a massive stroke right before Thanksgiving, and she's still in the hospital to this day.
Oh, well, sorry about that. Prayers, man. Prayers for her.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So she was going to die. Every medical instrument, every doctor came in and said she was going to die. So I got in touch with a demon called Buer. And I worked a specific type of demonic invocation called demonolatry, which is different than Goetia. And Buer is a demon of healing and restoration. All right. Forget everything you've ever heard with regards to biblical theology and shit. If you want to know about demons, you need to read The Lesser Key of Solomon.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, write that shit down, y'all.
The lesser what?
Lesser Key of Solomon.
The Lesser Key of Solomon, also known as the Lemegaton. But don't worry about that part.
No, we won't. We just want the basics right now, sir.
Yeah. We're going easy, Ken. We're going easy.
Yeah, y'all are virgins.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever been a virgin, baby.
Ooh, You got jokes too. Okay.
Mhm. Well, my jinn is a trickster spirit, so
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. So I had a guy. He's a practitioner of what's called Ifa, a Babaloa, which is an African diaspora religion, and he's a powerful, powerful, powerful man. And he told me that he looked into me and he told me that my jinn is actually a very, very dark jinn, and to be careful of my jinn, but he is there to protect me and to guide me. And when I do go on paranormal investigations, my jinn is there to say, hey, this is what we're dealing with, and this is what you're dealing with, et cetera, et cetera. So he protects me, he guides me, and he tells me what kind of spirits I'm dealing with as well.
Wow, that's crazy, because you know what? When we talk to paranormals, we was also wondering if it's possible, like, for the demons to be able to, to speak to you or to help you out in different ways. But that's interesting.
Yeah, they can. And I firmly believe there's a difference based on all my experience and my interactions with both intelligences or entities, that there is a difference between jinns and demons. Some people clump them together. The Christians and the Muslims look at demons and jinn as being the same thing. They're not. They're really not. In fact,
what makes you say so that they're not? What's the difference between the jinn and the demon that you say it's not?
Okay. A great question. The biggest differences is one, the jinn, they are not immortal like demons. They have what's called relative immortality. They can live for hundreds of thousands of years, but eventually they will die of old age. They can die. They live in an alternate dimension, an alternate universe, and they cross over into ours from time to time.
So wait a minute. So you telling me that after I die, I can die again?
No, baby, that ain't what I'm saying.
I mean, these spirits, you're a spirit, you die and you dead, but you die again.
Okay. They're interdimensional entities. They're interdimensional. But so they actually have a world that parallels the human world, the mortal world.
Okay.
They have wants and needs and desires. They have love for one another. They have culture. They have music. They have dances. They sometimes they marry mortals. They do. What? Oh yeah, yeah. Wow. Now demons, on the other hand, even though I do work with them, I don't completely trust them, because sometimes they can be assholes, and they have a one-track mind, and that's, well, how much can I say on here?
As much as you want to say.
All right, their one-track mind is usually, how much shit can I fuck up today, y'all? Okay.
I believe that's their model. Yeah.
So there is a difference between the jinn and demons. Jinn is more like us than demons are. So, but both have something for an occultist, for a sorcerer like me, both have something to bring to the table. Both have something to offer. I also work what's called Enochian magic. Enochian magic is working with angels, archangels, and stuff like that. On that note, I would like to tell you, this is something that I brought up on a few podcasts, and I swore that I'd never bring it up again. But then again, what the fuck ever? You're Don Vic, right?
Yeah.
So I had a young couple who had moved into a house. Now, this house used to be a Catholic church. For whatever reason, the Catholic Church disbanded, and I guess they got a new place or some shit. I don't remember all the history. It's been several years. But they were plagued by a spirit, okay? So the spirit was knocking books off shelves, opening, closing windows, flushing toilets, fucking with the plumbing, all that kind of shit, pushing them. Wasn't really hurting them. It was just pushing them and, doing shit like that to them in the middle of the night, brushing up against their face. And well, so I got into what's called an altered state of consciousness using a hand drum. So what I mean by that is I beat a hand drum at 220 beats per minute. 220 beats per minute will put you in it'll do it to you, both of you guys. I swear it will. A steady drum beat of 220 beats per minute will put you into a theta state, and thus put you into an altered state of consciousness. Try that shit, y'all. Anyway, I got into that state of consciousness. I met my jinn, and he was like, dude, you're not dealing with a jinn. I'm like, I'm not. He's like, you're not dealing with an angel. I'm not. I mean, you're not dealing with a demon. He's like, you're dealing with an angel. It was a fucking angel who was pissed off that it was no longer a Catholic church, yo.
Wow.
For real. It
That's
was
crazy.
Yep. Not an archangel, just a low-level angel who was
Right.
pissed off that it was no longer a Catholic church, and he was harassing these people because he was pissed off about it. So don't think angels are all because them bitches got ulterior motives too, y'all.
So have you ever caught yourself where you found a demon trying to lure you in or try to play tricks on you?
I have a few times. Yes, I have a few times.
And what would you think was their motive for that?
Because they felt that I was this simple mortal, inexperienced, didn't know what the fuck I was doing or whatever. Yes, demons can think in 3 and 4 dimensions. Yes, they are incredibly intellectual, but they don't know everything. They don't know everything. So they thought I was just some chum that didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Okay. How about some exorcism?
I have done exorcisms. Yes, I performed exorcisms.
Really?
And I have seen some shit you wouldn't believe, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of reluctant to talk about that. I've talked about it on my podcast. Can I bring that up?
Yeah, you can. Of course you can. This is your show right now.
All right. So I have a podcast called The Wizard's Table. The Wizard's Table, baby. And I have talked about that in the past on The Wizard's Table about some of the shit that I've seen when I performed an exorcism. Some of it is almost unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I've been criticized for what I've said before. But, you know, I stand by what I saw. I know what I saw. I know what happened. I was there.
Right.
So, yes, I performed exorcisms. I performed a Catholic exorcism one time. It was good. It was all gravy, baby. It went good. Then I performed another exorcism one time where nothing working. Nothing was fucking working for this girl. So what I did was I called on the superior of this demon, and I forced this superior to remove this demon from this girl, from this house and home, etc., etc. So that's very unorthodox. Here's the thing: even among other sorcerers, other occultists, I am considered very unorthodox. They don't like me at all, y'all.
No,
because I do shit that's totally unorthodox.
I get it, but that's what makes you special and different.
Right.
You know.
So, what is one of your most memorable moments that you've encountered? Like, you know, whether it's from a demon or a ghost, or what's one of your memorable?
All right. So there, I'm sorry, I'm chewing gum because I'm trying to quit smoking. It's nicotine gum. Okay. So I had this was an elderly lady several years ago. She was probably 74, 73. I don't know. Several years ago, it was in Pensacola, Florida. Now, keep in mind, I'm in Tallahassee, Florida, the capital. And it's about 3.5 hour drive, 4 hours, maybe some shit like that. Mm-hmm. So I took a small team with me, a small team. And anyway, all right, I'll get to the meat of it because I know that's what y'all bitches want, right? The meat of it is this. That old ass woman was speaking in Latin. All right. There's no reason she should have known Latin. Latin's a very ancient language. It's a very old language. It's not as old as Aramaic, but it's fucking old. Okay.
Right. Okay.
She was speaking in Latin and she was cussing and spitting and growling and snarling. And you could hear this nasty, horrible, guttural voice coming out of this old ass woman. Right.
Wow.
So we had her in one of those metal, those metal folding chairs, like, yeah. We had her in one of those, and her daughter was there. And so I'm not fucking kidding y'all. I swear to everything I am. This fucking chair rose up at least 5 or 6 inches. Slammed the fuck back down.
Wow.
Slammed the fuck back down. Next thing I know, she started throwing up what looked like bits of coffin nails. That's a voodoo thing. Now I practice voodoo too, but that's a different. We could get into that later if you want.
Yeah, later, buddy.
But she started coughing up what looked to be metallic coffin nails. All right. We looked for them fucking nails for 2 hours at least. They fucking dematerialized. We heard them clanking on the floor. We saw them clanking on the floor. I had a retired EMT with me. I had a retired psychologist with me. Them bitches were running to the fucking door. I was like, y'all got to calm down. Y'all come back in here. We got to finish this shit. You know, we can't just leave her like that.
Right.
But we looked for those fucking nails for like 2 hours. Dude, we couldn't find it. We couldn't find none of them. None of them.
Why do you think that demons want to get into other people's body?
I think based on my experience and what I know about demons and even jinn, because jinn will do the same thing. They have a clear-cut message they want to get across. They have a clear-cut message they want to get across. I myself have allowed myself to become partially possessed on purpose. Okay. In a controlled environment outside, deep in the woods. And what is their message? Their message is, look, bitches, we're here. And basically we're ancient Sumerian gods. We're not demons like Christian. Yeah. We're here. We're still here. You know, we've been forgotten, and they're fucking pissed off because they've been forgotten. They're ancient Sumerian gods. They date back to ancient Sumer, Mesopotamia, Egypt, even. You know.
So,
go ahead.
So why are these demons and spirits, ghosts? You know, I asked a lot of this to the paranormal. Are still lingering around. What all people think is that when you die, you cross over. You see the light, you go to it, and you go to God, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody's in their mind are thinking. Okay, so if I die, I'm going to heaven or I'm going to hell, either heaven or hell. Okay, so why are these people still lingering and not crossed over to supposedly, you know, go to God, where everybody thinks they're going to go to? And you know, we got all these ancient spirits and ghosts still here. Why not crossed over after all that period of time? Don't you think that whatever they had to do, or they felt like they haven't accomplished, that's why they stayed? They had all that time to do so and still haven't crossed over.
Yeah. Okay. Good question. So a lot of spirits, first of all, real quick.
Yeah.
Time, distance, time/space does not exist when you're a spirit. It don't exist. There's no time. There's no space. None of that shit exists. Okay. A lot of these spirits still linger. I mean, in some places for hundreds of years, 200 years, 1,000 years,
right?
You know, because they have a hell of a lot, and this sounds like a cliche, but it's the truth. They have a hell of a lot of unfinished business to do. Either maybe they died horrifically, maybe somebody murdered them, maybe they died without, making amends with a family member or some shit like that. You know, basically it comes down to unfinished business for a lot of spirits.
Okay, good.
Does that answer your question at all?
Yeah. Okay. So right. So let's say spirit from the 1800s. We in 2022. They had all that time to complete whatever it is that they wanted to complete, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say they completed it. What next?
Oh, heaven, hell, reincarnation, et cetera, et cetera. Okay,
You see what I'm saying? So yeah. That's my question. So a spirit is here. I just want to understand this. A spirit is here because some people say they got unfinished business, like you said. Okay, so they stayed here. Say 10 years later, they completed their mission, whatever it was that they wanted to complete. They completed it. Now what?
Well, in that case, they really shouldn't still be here. But some spirits are afraid because of the shit they've done in life. They're afraid because in life they believed in heaven, they believed in hell. So they're afraid, oh my God, I'm going to hell if I cross into this, you know, if I go past this barrier of light. You know, I'm going to go to hell and I'm going to be tortured. A lot of it, and this you can talk to you should get a really good psychic medium on here, or a parapsychologist, because they will tell you the same thing, that a lot of spirits end up where they believe they're going to end up.
This is why I love the paranormal and stuff.
It's all around you, baby.
Yeah,
there's
all around
never
us.
a moment it's not around you.
Right.
Where?
It's under your hat.
Hey, I'm not taking it off.
You might better.
No. So, because there's a lot of there's a lot of questions that I'm pretty sure people have to ask about the paranormal stuff and think demons and why do people drink blood?
Why do people
ritual?
drink blood?
This is a ritual. Yeah. What's all that with the blood?
All right. I don't know a whole lot about modern vampirism. But okay. You said we could talk about anything we wanted, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have. All right.
It's your time, man. It's your
time. Yeah. Well, you better put on your seatbelt. All right, because I have practiced what's called bloodletting sex magic.
Now, the only thing I like about that was the sex part.
You might not like that either, though.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
All right. So bloodletting sex magic is basically when you're having sex with your partner, and you and her, or you and him, or whatever, are poking each other with needles and gently cutting each other with razor blades while you're having sex and drinking each other's blood. Now, that is a powerful physical and psychic energy transference that goes on when you're doing that shit. Okay, very powerful. If you want to do it, Don, go do it, baby.
No, but I was just gonna say, Ken, whatever happened to pulling the hair? Pull the hair back.
Okay. Well, he likes that too, but
there's no blood coming from the hair. There's no blood.
He likes that too, baby. But no, blood magic is very powerful. So if I want to get in touch with a demon that's very hard to contact, I will poke my finger with something like a where did I put it? Anyway, an obsidian blade, something like this.
Okay.
It's a dagger made of obsidian. I'll poke my finger with that, and I will draw the demon's what's called his sigil. A sigil is like his signature. It's like his body. And that will summon the demon, because he will feed off of that blood energy, because blood is life, baby. Every religion in the world talks about how blood is life. Pagan religions, as well as organized religions, Buddhism, Muslim, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, whatever. Blood is the life, baby. Everything's attracted to it.
So you cut your finger, the blood comes out, and you attract the demon.
Well, there's a little more to it than that.
Yeah, I'm saying, because you probably have to cut and just sit there and go.
There's a little more to it than that too.
Okay.
I can give you an example of conjuring a demon outside of Goetia, the Solomonic. I can give you an example of conjuring a demon in what's called demonolatry.
Okay, please do. Sure.
One of my guardian demons, one of my allies in the infernal realm, is called Orobas.
Okay.
Orobas. And his invocation is Jaden Tasa Hoet Naka Orobas. Jaden Tasa Hoet Naka Orobas. You say that enough times, that'll put you into an altered state of consciousness with the proper implements in front of you and his sigil in front of you in blood. The demon will, in fact, appear to you.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa.
So
I'm glad you stopped that too. Okay, Ken. I
So, what do you enjoy more about this, Ken? What do you enjoy most about it? Because to me, I'll be scared as hell.
Well, yeah. I mean, most people would, and that's natural. That's normal, and most people should be. I've ran into a lot of dabblers, even among the paranormal community. He's called me and be like, "Oh my God, Ken Allen, please help me. I don't know what I've done, et cetera, et cetera." Or my teammate, my partner, she or he has done this and that. So what again, it comes back to gaining the power, the extreme amounts of knowledge and the enlightenment that comes from it. Because Look, not all demons are bad. Not all angels are good. I'm telling you, that's a fact. Look at the Bible. Every time an angel shows up in the Bible, the first thing it says is, "Fear ye not." Why does it say that? Because it's fixing to fuck some shit up, y'all.
Okay, so wait. Because people think angels are good angels. When you say angel to people, people automatically think angels are good angels. You're telling us that there are bad angels. Are those dark angels, or are those
these are angels that you would perceive coming from heaven that can be just as bad and dark and demented as anything you think come from the infernal realms.
So wait a minute. So where is heaven where nothing bad happens?
Yeah,
that's a good.
I don't have that answer.
Where no bad angels come down, all good angels, everything is good.
I don't have that answer, baby. But I will tell you this: if hell does exist, it sure as hell ain't in the center of the earth. That's the most ridiculous thing. It would have to be in another dimension. However, I do believe that people like the Ted Bundys and the John Wayne Gacy's of the world, they are living in a type of hell that is very deserving.
Right. So
exactly, Nicole. It's all relative.
Nothing or nobody is all good or
no. It's all real. I don't believe in absolutes. No, nothing could really exist that way. Nothing could exist as absolute evil. Nothing could exist as absolute good. It's impossible, no matter what dimension you're in.
So okay, let's talk. Okay, let's talk about Ouija board.
Yeah, baby.
Because right behind you.
We
That's
know
right.
We know that a lot of occults. I mean, a lot of things. Like for mediums, calling up the dead, the Ouija board, the Santeria. All that.
I know a little bit about the Santeria. Yeah.
Right. So when people use Ouija boards, and a lot of them don't know how to use the Ouija board. They think that you just go there, answer questions, you talk to the dead, and that's that. But there is a portal that they open. And if that portal ain't closed when they finish, what could happen?
Well, I'll answer that and then I'll expand on it. You can, if that portal ain't closed, you can have extreme poltergeist activity in your home. You could even get a spiritual attachment, not just from demons or jinn, but also from dead humans who just happen to be wandering by on the freeway of death. Okay. Now, my expansion on that is for paranormal investigators. Every time a paranormal investigator uses what's called a spirit box,
right,
or uses a digital recorder for EVPs, that is no different than using a Ouija board. You are still creating a type of portal to allow that shit in. Okay. And it is a type of necromancy. Paranormal investigators, most of them won't admit that. But anytime you are trying to facilitate communication with the dead, it is necromancy. Period.
Facts. I agree to that. So if that's the case, then the Ouija board would be, a better way to communicate, because at least, you got the letters there that I can spell and tell you exactly what they're saying, versus a voice bot that you can't understand because all of the energy that they're trying to feed up to get through the spirit box.
There's a lot. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot going on in spirit boxes, even with EVPs, digital recorders. There's a lot going on because sometimes you'll get multiple spirits, hundreds, trying to communicate at once because they're like, "Oh my God, this is my opportunity." With the Ouija board, it kind of funnels that shit down.
Right.
But yeah, Ouija boards can open portals. Spirit boxes, digital recorders, all that shit can. It can also open portals. So and it's necromancy.
Right. So in your opinion, you truly believe that there's a lot of spirits that are really trying to communicate with the living.
Absolutely.
Because they, like you said, some of them have got stuff that they haven't, finished here, and maybe they want to speak to somebody and let them know, hey, listen, I'm here. I need to say this, or I left $1 million under the bed. I need you to go grab it. So the Ouija board would be you saying, well, it's another way of communicating with them. It's like a spirit box, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it is a way to communicate. I use my Ouija board all the time, and I've never. You hear so many horrible stories about a Ouija board. You hear, or you see movies about Ouija boards, et cetera, that, oh, this happened and that happened and it burst into flames and all that shit. I've never had a horrible experience with a Ouija board. I had nothing but the best experiences in the world using a Ouija board. And there are preventatives. There are things that people can do to make sure that the right entities come through on a Ouija board. Yeah.
And what are some of those things? Just in case there's people that are using it and don't know it, you know, are new to it. At least they have an idea of how to work with it.
One of the things I recommend for anybody who wants to facilitate communication with a spirit of any sort, human or non-human, is learn. This is very basic, high ritual, holy Christian magic, is learn what's called the LBRP, the Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram. It's powerful. It works. It's reliable. And yeah. I mean, I've done it many times.
Okay.
And I teach it to people when I can.
Right. So do you use your Ouija board a lot to communicate with the other sides to get information or whatever it is that you're seeking?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So have you experienced anything evil from the Ouija board trying to come through?
I haven't. No.
No.
I've never had any bad experiences with the Ouija board.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Wow. So, what advice would you give anyone that wants to practice
The occult?
Yes.
Don't.
I like that. That's as straight up as you could be. As much
That's
as,
a good one, Kay. He's like, yo, that was straight to the point. I like that.
He
Don't.
didn't even hesitate. I mean, as much as, not saying that, I mean, as much as you talk about it and you experience so much and everything, or you could love it so much, but just being that so straight up to be like, don't do it. You know?
But wait, but you're doing it.
I am doing it.
Right.
Doing it. But I've been exposed to it for since I was a wee lad, you know, and
Right.
It's the exposure and the fact that I do have a guardian jinn who helps me through this shit. Not everybody has that.
Right.
And I mean, okay, you know, if you want to practice the occult, you better fucking get your shit together, know what you're doing, and be careful. I wouldn't recommend for a 70-year-old man to start doing that shit.
Right.
You know, it's a lot. It takes a toll on you. It can, if you're not careful, it can take a toll on you physically and mentally. And of course, spiritually, it can take a toll on you. You have to eat right. You have to exercise. You have to cleanse yourself periodically from all these forces that you're encountering.
Wow. That's you know, that's
But it's, for me, it's very rewarding because I gain a lot of fucking knowledge that the average person on the street wouldn't even begin to realize that's out there. It's like I pass people all, you know, it's crazy. And oh God, this is going to sound terrible, y'all, but I pass people all the time. I'm like, look at that fucking mortal over there. But I'm human too. So, but yeah.
Right. So what are some of the reasons why you connect with these people? Like, why? Is there certain thing that you're trying to find out, or something that you're trying to reach, and you connect with these spirits?
I do connect with them. I do connect with them. Again, they've been there all my life in one way, shape, or form. The jinn is a big deal. He is a big bridge in my life. He helps me to connect with other entities, spirits, gods, whatever the hell you want to call them. And I don't want to say it's a thrill, but there is a pretty good fucking rush to it too, baby.
Because I'm just thinking, what would I talk about to a spirit? Like,
well, you know, here's the thing: you gotta know a little. You gotta know a certain amount of knowledge about a subject in order to ask the right questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Because
it's like when I talk to the demon Bure, you know, I gave him offerings of wine and apples, red wine, apples, a bit of blood on the wick of a candle and burned it for him. And I asked him to help my mother basically not die. And he did that. He did that because it was only a matter of hours. It was literally a matter of hours.
This is so like out of this world. Like, see, like I'm spiritual because my grandmom, she had powers. I would say she was like a medium, and I remember a time when I got sick when I was real little, and I went to the hospital. They couldn't find out what was wrong with me. There was nothing showing up on the scan, on the scanners and nothing. I was fine, but I had a big pain in my stomach that I couldn't bear it. I couldn't even get off the bed. And I remember my mom, she said, "We're going to take you to grandma's house." And she took me there, and she just started using like leaves and stuff, boiling stuff. And then she made me like a tea, right? She said, "Drink this. And when you drink this, you go back to bed. When you wake up in the morning, you'll be fine."
Yeah.
Man, I took that tea. It was nasty as hell.
Always.
Right? It was nasty. I don't know what she put in there, but I know that the next morning I woke up, I was good. I had no pain no more. After that, I went out, I started playing with the kids, football. So whatever she did, whatever recipe she used, helped me because the hospital couldn't help me. She told my mom, she's like, hospitals ain't gonna help her. This ain't about the hospital. This ain't about him. This is something else. And whatever she did, helped me out. So
yeah, they knew their stuff back then. That and a lot of that reminds me of what's called hoodoo. All right, there's a difference between voodoo and hoodoo. You know that, don't you?
No.
Hoodoo and voodoo?
Yeah, there's a difference between hoodoo and voodoo.
Okay. So enlighten us.
All right. So the basics of it is this. Hoodoo is more of a magical practice, whereas voodoo is more of a spiritual practice. Yes, there are spells and magic in voodoo where you call upon certain entities, spirits called the Loa or the Mysteries. But in hoodoo, it's very Protestant based, very biblical based, Baptists, Pentecostal, stuff like that. They actually use the Psalms in the Bible to cast spells and to heal people and stuff like that. But hoodoo is very biblical based and it's very results oriented, whereas voodoo again is more of a religious practice.
Yeah, is that honestly like
it's
the
folk
whole
magic?
Yeah, the whole voodoo with the dolls and the poking and everything. Is that a bunch of bull? Is that just?
It's a bunch of bull in terms of harming people. So they're not called voodoo dolls; they're called poppets.
Poppets. Okay.
And yeah, they're called poppets, and the pins are placed in strategic places in the doll for healing, not for harming. They've never been used for harming; they've only been used for healing. That's a Hollywood thing. Yeah.
I gotta stop living Hollywood.
Yeah, learn today. Yeah.
I gotta stop living Hollywood because they got me all screwed up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Woo-wee. That's it amazes me to hear this because we don't hear this all the time. This is especially the demon parts and
people like me are getting we're getting rare.
Right.
It's hard. People aren't doing it anymore. There's not very many of us left.
So you practice this every day?
Every day. Every day I have something that I do every day.
And do you have partners with you or is it just you?
I work by myself. I've tried groups and stuff like that, and we don't really vibe because, again, like I said earlier, I'm very unorthodox, even as an occultist. So I work alone. I work on my own, and I'm fine with that. I will. Here's something fun for y'all. I am leaving in May, getting on one of them airplanes, y'all.
Oh man! Really?
I'm leaving in May to go to the Harrisville farmhouse, also known as the Conjuring House. I'll be up there for five days or 5 nights, staying in that house and conducting rituals and experiments and things of that nature. Have you ever seen the movie The Conjuring?
No.
I've not the whole movie. It's a great movie. It is a great movie. The Conjuring.
Yeah, I'll be staying there.
Oh man, I might have to come, and to one of your little, to one of your rituals and see exactly how it plays out. I mean, that's interesting. We can go live on the Don Vic Show.
You know what? I would do that shit for you.
Facts.
I would do that shit for you.
That'll just make sure you got the ambulance next in case I faint and the camera falls out my head.
Yeah,
because listen, I always, right, Ken, I've always been infatuated with paranormal and exorcism because I've seen stuff too. I'm on my side. And a lot of people don't talk about their experiences with the paranormal or the exorcism because depending on who the individual is, people think you're crazy, right? They want to send you straight out to the nut house. Well, he don't know. He's talking to spirits. He's saying he's seeing this. So a lot of people don't talk about it. They're afraid to come forward with their with their story because they don't want family members or people to think that they're crazy. But
100%.
but this happens all over the world.
Yeah, it's true. There are people that don't believe, they don't believe in saying what they see. And like you say, put them in a nut house where you're really seeing these people and experiencing these things. And
you know what, Ken? You know what I wonder?
What's that?
You know how sometimes you can be walking, say, to the grocery store, to the market with your wife and your kid, and all of a sudden you look to the side and you see a person, right? A homeless person. Right? Or doesn't have to be homeless. It could be just someone, anyone. And you see them talking to how they just be like, no, get out of here. How do we not know they're talking to somebody or they can actually see somebody? And we say, that person crazy.
I'm glad.
Talking to nobody. How do we know that person is not seeing something that we can't see or they have that power to see, things and we walking by because we think we ain't crazy and see, look at this crazy guy talking to him. I don't know who he talking to, but the gestures of the person, it's like they're actually talking to somebody.
Yeah, especially and I know I'm Generation X, so especially back in the day before we had all these smartphones and shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. We'd see somebody walking down the road talking to herself and everybody was saying that bitch is crazy. Look at him, But no, you're right, 100%. I've said that to other people, and I've even thought this to myself. That schizophrenic may not be so schizophrenic, y'all. Exactly. He may be seeing spirits, and there's an interesting a lot of entities will go to people that's schizophrenic to communicate through them.
Right. Because they already know people thinking they're already crazy.
Well, I had I had a situation one time. A woman contacted me in Tallahassee, and she said, "Oh my God, I got a spirit in my house, and so told me to talk to you and to contact you, et cetera, et cetera. Can you come and help me?" So I went up to her house. I evaluated everything. It's like, oh shit, this fucking place. She's got some shit up in here for real, y'all.
Yeah.
And I brought my apprentice with me at the time, and come to find out, this was not a demon or a jinn or any of that such thing. It was a fucking what's called a PK entity, a psychokinetic entity. Now, this woman had hardcore mental health issues. And she had unfortunately, poor thing, had a disease called Epstein-Barr. Now, she's still alive, thank goodness, because I really like this chick. But she had a lot of mental health issues, and she was actually a PK entity is an entity you create psychically in your mind. And she was creating that shit, and it was haunting her house. That is the hardest shit I've ever had to deal with to get rid of right there, because I had to start with her to get her mind right first.
Right.
PK entity, look it up, baby.
PK entity, yeah. So I asked these questions, to the paranormal team, because sometimes you can go do a paranormal investigation and you're asking questions and you get no response back from the spirit or the energy, right?
Mhm.
And I said, um, maybe it's because they don't understand your language. They're probably from the 1800s and they hear you, but they don't understand what you're saying, so they're not replying. Meaning that just because you go somewhere and you don't get no response back doesn't mean that
Uh-huh.
they're not there. They could be there. They hear you, but they just don't know what you're saying, so they don't communicate. That could be possible, can it?
Yeah, of course. Oh, it is possible. It's very. It's not just possible, baby. That's a fact. I mean,
Yeah.
just because they're dead doesn't mean they become enlightened and know all languages and shit. You know, of course. You know, if you go somewhere in Norway or Iceland and that's haunted, they're not going to understand what the fuck you're saying. They, you know, especially if they lived, 900 years ago, they're not going to know what the fuck you're saying. Of course. So yeah, 100%, Don.
So it's always good to take someone with you to wherever place you're going to that speaks that language so that they can communicate. I mean, if you tried in English and they don't communicate, maybe say, well, you tried in that language, maybe they can communicate.
Yes, yes. Or at the very least, bring some sort of technical device there. When if you do pick up something on an EVP and you don't understand what they're saying, you can translate it, and then you can retranslate that to respond to what they're saying.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Because
So yeah, again, just because you're dead doesn't mean you're enlightened. That's not how that works.
Okay.
Because good people in life are good people in death. Bad people in life are bad people in death. And sometimes that shit magnifies. They become angry. I mean, I've ran into posers, dead people who pretend to be demons and shit, just fuck with the occupants of a home. Oh, I'm
Wow.
Satan. I'm the demon. 666. Whatever. Just to scare the shit out of them. They get off on that. Even spirits can get off on shit.
Facts, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is amazing, and interesting to me because I've always been part. What is the paranormal? And voodoo and hoodoo and all that stuff. I'm interested in Bigfoot too. So those are two things that I love, and I'm always
Well,
interested.
you know what? Here in Florida, we have a type of Bigfoot called a skunk ape. That's what they call them down here.
A stun gate.
A skunk ape, because they smell bad. And I have there's a place about 45 minutes from me, 45 minutes south of me, called Perry, Florida, Taylor County. Nothing but woods, nothing but mostly woods. And I've been back there fishing with some friends of mine, and this horrendous smell would come up. I mean, it was like a cross between rotting fish and just shit. Okay.
I was gonna say an ass.
ass.
Rotten fish and some ass.
Ass. And I knew it was
Okay.
a skunk ape. I knew it was a skunk ape. But yeah, we do have skunk apes here in Florida. The Everglades, they see them all the time. And this isn't something that people see once in a great while. They're seeing this shit every day. But it's not making it on Travel Channel. It's not making it on paranormal documentaries. People see skunk apes and Bigfoots and ghosts and spirits, et cetera, every day.
Right. They're just trying to keep it away from the media. They start seeing people running through the woods trying to see if they can find a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But those are things that I'm interested in and want to know more about and talk to people that engaged with it, because I'm just curious. But if anybody wants to reach out to you and for help, or if they can go on a page, where can people find you?
You can contact me at The Wizard's Table on Facebook.
Okay.
Or The Wizard's Table on Twitch.
Is that .com or just Wizard Table?
The Wizard's Table, baby.
Okay.
The Wizard's Table. Also, you can look us up on YouTube, The Wizard's Table, and we're on Spotify too.
Okay. So you got episodes of stuff that you've done, like episodes of clips?
Oh yeah, we got tons of episodes. Me and my co-host, her name is Mistress B. She is a practicing witch, very powerful. She specializes in tarot cards and candle magic. She's younger than me. She's in her 20s.
Okay.
She's extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Okay.
She
was
doesn't
supposed to
think
be on
so, but
today.
she is. Huh?
She was supposed. Wasn't you going to bring her on today or something?
Yeah, she couldn't make it today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I seen her on Marcus' show with you. You and her, and she was kind of explaining what you was talking about. Like,
yeah, because we were reading out of the Satanic Bible.
Oh my God.
Let's just be honest.
And Satanic Bible. What can you get from that Bible?
Well, you know, the Satanic Bible written by Anton Szandor LaVey was basically non-theistic Satanism. Hey, Carlo. Meaning that Anton LaVey, the founder of the Satanic Church in 1966, who wrote the Satanic Bible in 1969, did not really actually believe in an entity called Satan, Lucifer, or the devil. It's more of a philosophy than it is a spiritual practice. Now, you do have theistic Satanists who do worship Satan, who do believe in Satan, so on and so forth. But Anton LaVey, not so much. And, you know, we chose to read out of it because there's a big misconception about the Satanic Bible that it's full of all these horrendous, blasphemous, evil things. And it's actually really not. There's a lot of good philosophy in that shit. If you get a copy and read it, you're not going to go to hell. You're not going to catch on fire. You're not going to get struck by lightning. It's all good, baby.
Okay. Wow. And what book can people say people want to know more about this? Is there a book that you recommend them to get?
Ooh, Lord.
What would be a good book?
I'm literally looking at my shelf right now. I probably got four.
I know you got books. Trust me. Trust me. You could probably have a book house. You know what I'm saying? What's the book house? That's Ken Allen's house. Trust me.
So if you really want to start with the occult, I recommend people something safe. Start with the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Donald Michael Craig. There you will learn about the middle pillar ritual. There you will learn about the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, and you can expand from there. I don't recommend starting off with the Satanic Bible or the Luciferian stuff. Start with that.
Oh, man. Yeah. You threw some tough ones at him right there. Okay. Yeah. So that's you know, I'm amazed at what you do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, come on over.
Well, that's the thing. I'm thinking about it.
For real. No, for real. We'll go live, baby. We'll go live.
We definitely will go live on one of these episodes, and I wanted and I want to experience that, you know, while you're doing one of your rituals or whatever it is, you know, that you love to do. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing because I'm very spiritual, the only thing I'm scared of is bringing home something.
An attachment, of course. Yeah.
An attachment, or, you know, just start feeling not me and not know how to shake it off. Those are the only things that I'm afraid of. I'm pretty sure I can watch it, but you know, if I feel like things are getting really hot, I might say, "Oh, Ken, I'm gonna leave the camera. Tell me when you're done."
Well, you know, there's 1,001 different ways to prevent any type of an attachment, you know. And by the way, real quick, if anybody does have an attachment, anybody does have a spirit that's bothering them or causing issues, you can contact me. In most cases, I can talk you through that shit, tell you the proper prayers, enchantments, incantations, and herbs to use. But if it's too heavy, I would have to come there myself, or you would have to get a trained professional to come there.
Okay. And that's to keep it away from you.
That's to keep it away from you or to get it off of you. I had a lady, real quick, I know we're running out of time, but I had a lady.
You think I can use that for like a ex-girlfriend? Stay away from me.
Actually, you can in Hoodoo Folk Magic.
Please stay away from me.
Yeah, in Hoodoo Folk Magic, there is certain candle spells that you can use to keep a bitch up off you, baby.
Hey, I like the way he said it better than an ex-girlfriend. Keep a bitch off you.
Was I right?
Yeah. I was only kidding, but thank you anyway. Now I know it could be done. Keep me away from her.
There's a lot. When it comes to the occult magic, there's a lot you can do.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that are under occult. Mediums calling the dead.
And I don't want people to get occult mixed up with cult. There's a difference.
Yes,
yes, we was talking about that earlier. Yes.
Yeah, we did. We was reading on it.
Yeah, and not a David Koresh. I'm not a Jim Jones.
Me neither, but okay. So I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. You've been great. I'm going to definitely bring you back on the show because there's some other stuff that we probably didn't have time to talk about. But I'm definitely want to bring you back on the show soon, and we can get on this, and maybe we can come out there one day where you're at and get something going on an episode or something. Shoot an episode or something of an event.
I would love it. I think it would be great. We'd have a damn good time, y'all.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
because what y'all like to eat? Because I'm in the South, baby. We like black eyed peas, green beans, hog jaw, fatback, head all cheese, collard greens, sauerkraut, and okra. What you like?
I'm there. You just said everything I eat.
All right, let's do it.
Maybe some ribs on some rack.
Oh, we got that. We got that. You like pork or you like beef, baby? It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter to me, baby. I eat it all as long as it tastes good.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. So thank you, Ken, for coming aboard.
Thank you.
The show. We appreciate you. You're always welcome here. Anything we can do to help you, man, just reach out to us and we'll make it happen.
Thank you, bro.
Might be getting a call later on just for some help because I might be having something going on.
Okay. All right, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here for anybody.
We appreciate your time, the support, through everybody in it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Ken Allen, everybody. Ken Allen, everybody. Woo, boy, that boy is the. Woo, boy, I was had to be on his bad side. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He keeps it like how he is, but keeps himself in the dark.
I'm already scared. He said, "Come over." I'm still thinking about that coming over part. You know what I mean? I might walk by him, don't even see him. He be in the dock talking about boo. You say boo, I'm gonna shoot. You know what I'm saying? But that's so amazing. I didn't know that side of the paranormal stuff. That goes on. It's a whole different level. And the fact that we know someone.
Wow.
We can use Ken for some help. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
we can use Ken. We're gonna keep that one on you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We gonna need Ken, so people don't be messing with us. Be messing with us, boy. We're gonna pull up in the black on black. You know what I'm saying? With the hoodies.
When they ask who you gonna call?
Ken Allen. You feel me? Yeah, for right.
For sure.
This is a whole new Ghostbusters type thing. You feel me?
No, there's a lot of things for like the demons and the jinns.
Well, that's the interesting part, the demon part. I've always been interested in hearing about demons and knowing that he knows about it. And he contacts them. That's whoa.
Man, does he have a fucking speed dial?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Call devil, talk to me. Hello, it's me, Ken. I need you here today. I got some problems I need you to handle. Okay, hold on. I got let me call the love devil. Yep. Is it the love devil? Yep, this is Ken. I need you out here. I got this damn beer acting crazy. I need you to come and handle her. Boy, listen. Y'all need a friend like Ken.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's my friend.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah. I'm glad he's my friend. Okay. So ladies, y'all better be easy on the Don Vic and IG. For real. We're gonna have Kellen pulling up. You know what I'm saying? With all the demons like, yo, we here. Okay. We're gonna pull up with Casper. So guys, I want to thank y'all for coming on the show. We're gonna have another show in about another 45 minutes with actress Mary Alice Enright. She'll be on the show. Can't wait to talk to her. And yeah, people, remember to Share, because sharing is caring.
We want to thank everybody that logged in. Christina, Jenny Sands, Helen Driscoll, that's my mom. We got, how you pronounce that?
What?
Right. Hafern.
Where? Who?
Where? Oh, the paranormal.
Oh.
The paranormal group.
Oh,
Lacey Lace.
Yeah, thank you guys
Carlos,
for tuning in.
You know, everybody, hit that share button.
Yes.
Hit that like button.
That's right.
Go to YouTube
Damn
on
right.
the Don Vic Show.
Whoop.
Go on my page on Facebook. Go on IG on the Don Vic Show. We appreciate the love and the support. Everybody's time, everybody's always busy, so we appreciate you guys coming on.
Ken Allen. It's an inside joke, y'all. It's an inside. Ken Allen.
It's an inside. I don't know, man.
When we gonna say Ken Allen, people gonna be like, guys, we love you. Make sure you tune in at 7 p.m. I love this show. Yeah, y'all gotta love this show.
Thank you again to Ken Allen for other information and scaring the shit out of us for the time being.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm about to have a heart attack. So,
peace, love, respect.
We'll see y'all in a few.